David Beckham, dreams, free kicks, and Manchester United. The story begins softly, with the quiet memory of a boy who grew up dreaming of football under the English skies. David Beckham's journey was never about shortcuts. It was about persistence, about hours spent kicking a ball against a wall, about evenings where the streets of London seemed to belong to him alone, and where the sound of the ball striking concrete echoed with promise. David was born in 1975 in Leytonstone, East London. His father, Ted, a kitchen fitter and a loyal Manchester United supporter, passed his passion down to young David like an heirloom. For Ted, Manchester United was more than just a football club. It was a symbol of greatness, of striving for something bigger than yourself. Week after week, he would take David to Old Trafford, filling his son's imagination with visions of the green pitch and the red shirts. David's dream was clear from the very beginning. Other children spoke about wanting to become firefighters, astronauts, or doctors. David's answer was always the same: I want to play for Manchester United. His dedication was unmatched. Every free hour was spent perfecting the art of striking a football. He wasn't the fastest player on the pitch, nor the strongest, but he possessed a secret weapon: precision. The ball bent to his will, curving and spinning in ways that left others in awe. By the time he was spotted by United scouts, he was already known for his free kicks that carried an almost magical quality. When Beckham arrived at Manchester United's youth setup, he joined a remarkable group that would later become immortalized as the Class of '92, alongside Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, Nicky Butt, and the Neville brothers. David became part of a generation that would shape football history. Life at the United Academy was demanding, but Beckham thrived under pressure. There were long nights in the dormitories, quiet moments before matches, and endless drills under the watchful eyes of the coaches. Yet, through it all, there was laughter, camaraderie, and the shared belief that they were destined for greatness. The breakthrough came in 1995. Beckham, still young but already carrying himself with maturity, was trusted by Sir Alex Ferguson to step into the first team, and on opening day of the 1996 season, he announced himself to the world. From the halfway line against Wimbledon, he struck the ball with effortless grace. It sailed high, almost too high, before dipping under the bar and into the net. The crowd roared. Commentators struggled to find words. Beckham had not just scored a goal, he had written himself into football folklore. From that moment, his rise was unstoppable. Beckham became the heartbeat of Manchester United's midfield, his crosses and free kicks feared by every opponent. Fans at Old Trafford grew used to the sight of him, standing over the ball, eyes fixed on the target, body poised like a sculptor about to carve beauty from stone. Time and time again, he delivered. Against Barcelona, against Arsenal, against Liverpool. His right foot was both a weapon and an instrument of art. But David Beckham was more than just his technique. He embodied professionalism, discipline, and the relentless drive that Ferguson demanded. Off the pitch, his fame spread far beyond football. Yet, within the walls of Old Trafford, he remained the boy who had once dreamed on the streets of Leytonstone. The treble-winning season of 1998 to 1999 was his masterpiece. Through injuries, late goals, and relentless challenges, Beckham's deliveries from the wing were decisive. In the Champions League final against Bayern Munich, his corner kicks led directly to both of Manchester United's dramatic late goals. It was a night when dreams became reality and Beckham's place in history was cemented. Of course, his journey was not without challenges. There were moments of conflict, moments of scrutiny, and moments where his future seemed uncertain. Yet, through every twist, Beckham's commitment to the team and to his craft never wavered. He wore the red shirt with pride, season after season, until his time at the club came to an end in 2003. By then, David Beckham was no longer just a footballer. He was an icon, a symbol of precision, elegance, and resilience. But for those who followed his journey from the beginning, he was always that boy with a ball, kicking it endlessly against a wall, dreaming of Old Trafford. And as we close this chapter, we imagine him walking across the pitch one last time, the lights of the stadium dimming, the stands empty but echoing with memories. He pauses at the center circle, looks around, and smiles. The dream came true. The journey was worth it. And the legacy will never fade. So as you drift into sleep, let Beckham's story remind you that dedication, focus, and the courage to dream can shape a life just as they shaped his. May the quiet rhythm of the ball, striking clean and true, guide you into a peaceful rest.